Hey there, my wonderful friends. I'm Mary, and I'm here from sunny California, just a little over Luke Sure, ready to share something truly life-changing with you. Have you ever felt like my body just isn't cooperating like it used to? Like it's developed a few squeaky hinges over time? You know that morning stiffness I sometimes feel, those nagging joint aches, or just feeling utterly drained before my day even truly begins? If you're nodding along, then this message is for you. Before I dive into these incredible insights, take a moment and drop a comment below. Tell me your name and the city or state you're tuning in. Do you have a habit of drinking water? Do you have a habit of drinking water right after waking up? If not, let's start today. Your body goes without fluids for 2 hours overnight, leading to mild dehydration. A glass of warm water with lemon first thing in the morning rehydrates your cells, gently stimulates your liver, aids in flushing out accumulated toxins, and kickstarts your digestion. Plus, research indicates this practice helps balance your body's pH and strengthens your immune system. The warm water enhances absorption, and lemon, packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, protects against inflammation. Make this your morning ritual, and I promise you'll feel the difference throughout your day. Now let's talk metabolism. A diet rich in vibrant, whole foods, fruits, leafy greens, and whole grains can literally transform everything. These foods are nature's powerhouses, brimming with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants that actively fight off free radicals and reduce inflammatory processes in your body. These are key drivers of aging, Studies consistently show that a plant-forward diet is linked to a lower risk of chronic diseases like type R diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease. You don't have to go radical overnight. Just start by including one brightly colored, diverse meal at lunch. Those vibrant hues usually mean a wealth of nutrients. Remember that little garden my grandparents might have tended in their backyard? Going back to the produce of the earth is a wise and truly healing step. Are you finding your memory isn't quite what it used to be, forgetting names or appointments more often? It's a common concern. As we age, our brains can naturally slow down in information processing and memory retention. But here's the beautiful news: training your brain is just as vital as caring for your body. Engaging activities like crossword puzzles, diving into a good book, learning a new recipe, picking up a musical instrument, or even just changing your usual walking route stimulates neurogenesis, the creation of new neurons, and boosts neuroplasticity, your brain's amazing ability to adapt and forge new connections. Harvard University research highlights that older adults who actively engage their mental faculties have a 30% lower chance of developing dementia. So, why not challenge your mind today by trying something new and exciting? How about a good old-fashioned walk? This is one of the most potent habits any person over leisure can adopt. You don't need to run a marathon. Just 60 minutes of walking a day, ideally outdoors, can work wonders. It slashes your risk of cardiovascular disease, strengthens your muscles, elevates your mood, and helps regulate blood sugar levels. According to the American Heart Association, regular walks significantly reduce the likelihood of stroke and heart attack in older adults. Moreover, outdoor walks stimulate the production of serotonin and endorphins, those hormones linked to feelings of happiness and vitality. And this simple habit also fortifies your bones and enhances balance, actively preventing falls. Think about all those heartfelt conversations that used to unfold during leisurely strolls in the past. Perhaps it's time to rekindle that tradition with a friend or a loved one. Have you had a good laugh today? Real belly-shaking laughter actually strengthens my immune system, reduces pain, and improves blood vessel function. That's what studies from the Mayo Clinic assert, and I can tell you from experience, it just makes me feel lighter. Laughter activates various brain regions, stimulates dopamine production, and slashes cortisol levels, that pesky stress hormone. It's like an internal workout that massages your organs and boosts oxygen saturation throughout your body. Call up an old friend, watch a comedy from your younger days, or share some funny stories. Laughter is truly a vitamin for the soul, especially when it's shared with someone you care about. Maintaining healthy social connections is also incredibly vital. Touch, conversation, and simply being with other people stimulate the release of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, which helps lower stress, fortify your immune system, and can even protect your heart. Research from the University of Michigan shows that folks with active social support networks are 50% more likely to live longer compared to those who lead isolated lives. Plus, regular interaction lowers the risk of depression and cognitive decline. Why not revive an old card game tradition, have conversations on a park bench, or even join community activities like volunteering or creative workshops? Even small gatherings can bring immense benefits to your body and soul. I always love hearing from viewers across this beautiful country, from the bustling streets of New York to the quiet deserts of Arizona, from the vibrant coasts of Florida to the majestic mountains of Colorado. It's truly wonderful to connect with all of you. Okay, I'm not talking about some magic pill, expensive surgery, or a crazy diet you can't stick to. I'm diving into a nearly forgotten yet scientifically proven approach that can absolutely rejuvenate your body. Even after Lu Shi, this is about transforming your health, igniting your energy, and boosting your overall well-being with simple, accessible methods. It's been a game changer for me, and trust me, you are not alone in feeling like time has taken its toll. So many folks my age believe aging is just a synonym for decline, but darling, that simply isn't true. Today I'm going to uncover ancient practices that can activate crucial bodily functions, dial down inflammation, lift your spirits, and yes, even help reverse cellular aging. And the best part, you can start right now from the comfort of your own home. So hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more inspiring content. First things first, you need to deeply understand that your body still holds an incredible capacity for renewal. Even after Lu Shi, science calls it neuroplasticity and adaptive capacity. Your body and mind are continuously learning, regenerating, and strengthening themselves if you give them the right stimuli. And guess what? One of my most powerful allies in this journey is conscious breathing. Yes, that very thing I do every second of every day, but often on autopilot, shallow and unnoticed. Deep, intentional breathing activates your vagus nerve, which plays a pivotal role in regulating your nervous system, slashing stress levels, and stabilizing blood pressure. Have you ever tried doing this right after you wake up? I encourage you to try it. 3 minutes of deep breathing immediately upon rising. Close your eyes, breathe deep into your belly, and just feel the shift. The difference can be profound, truly. Have you noticed how I sometimes get a bit more rigid as I age? Not just physically, but sometimes in my thoughts and emotions too. That's why morning stretches are a revelation for me. Beyond improving flexibility, they spark the release of endorphins, those wonderful feel-good hormones, and get my body primed for the day ahead. Research consistently shows that regular stretching boosts circulation, helps lower blood pressure, and significantly reduces the risk of falls, a big concern after Lu Shi. It also stimulates collagen production in your joints and helps lubricate your cartilage, which can really ease those nagging knee and shoulder pains I felt. Here's a tip I found helpful. Start your morning with slow, deliberate stretches. Reach your arms high overhead, gently roll your shoulders, slightly bend your knees. Picture your body like a vintage car that needs a bit of grease to run smoothly. Stretching is that essential lubrication. Just 4 to 6 minutes a day, and you'll genuinely feel a noticeable improvement in your mobility and your mood. Another crucial factor, my dears, is sleep. And I'm not just talking about how many hours you clock, but the quality of that sleep. Poor sleep actively accelerates aging and ramps up your risk for serious conditions like Alzheimer's, diabetes, and hypertension. During deep sleep, your body performs vital restorative processes. It produces growth hormone, solidifies memories, and detoxifies through the lymphatic system, essentially your brain's nightly cleanup crew. Studies, like those published by the National Sleep Foundation, reveal that seniors who stick to a regular sleep schedule show better cognitive function and feel more energized throughout the day. Want a practical tip I use? I ditch the screens and bright lights at least 2 hours before bed. That blue light suppresses melatonin, my precious sleep hormone. Instead, I curl up with a light read or listen to some soothing music, just like I used to back in the good old days with the radio by my bedside. And if you can, make your bedroom dark and cool. It'll make falling asleep so much easier. Muscle strength also plays a significant role. I'm not talking about heavy lifting at the gym, but about maintaining tone and functionality in your body. After luxure, there's a natural loss of muscle mass known as sarcopenia, which impacts balance, mobility, and even your independence. Everyday actions like climbing stairs, rising from a chair without assistance, or carrying groceries are excellent exercises to keep your muscles active and strong. According to the National Institute on Aging, bodyweight exercises like squats, wall push-ups, and calf raises, push-ups, done 2 to 3 times a week, are sufficient to strengthen muscles, improve bone density, and prevent falls. How about incorporating a 15-minute home workout right after breakfast? It's easier than you think. Did you know that moderate sun exposure helps your body produce vitamin D? This sunshine vitamin is essential for strong bones, a robust immune system, and even your mood. Vitamin D aids calcium absorption, regulates your nervous system, and prevents autoimmune diseases. Studies show that low vitamin D levels are linked to an increased risk of osteoporosis, depression, and respiratory infections, especially in people over luxure. Just 15 minutes of sunlight a day, particularly in the morning, is enough, and for this short period, you don't even need sunscreen. It's best if the sun's rays hit exposed skin, like your arms and legs. Remember how sunbathing used to be a weekend morning ritual for me when I was younger? Perhaps it's time to bring that beneficial habit back. Another powerful trick I've discovered is a cold shower. At first, it might sound challenging, but it's incredibly invigorating. The thermal shock from cold water activates circulation, causing blood vessels to constrict and then expand, strengthening your cardiovascular system. Furthermore, research indicates that cold showers stimulate the production of noradrenaline and dopamine, substances linked to feelings of well-being and focus. There's also evidence that regular cold plunges boost the production of white blood cells, fortifying your immunity. In countries like the Netherlands and Finland, this practice is a staple for longevity. I started gradually, just censor seconds of cold water at the end of my usual shower, then slowly increase the time. Soon, you'll notice more energy, alertness, and an improved mood each morning. Avoiding excessive sugar consumption is also incredibly important. High intake of refined sugar is directly linked to inflammatory processes in the body, insulin resistance, an increased risk of type 2 diabetes, and even neurodegenerative diseases. Studies published in the scientific journal Neurology demonstrate that high blood glucose levels are associated with greater brain atrophy and memory impairment in older adults. Moreover, sugar accelerates skin aging by disrupting collagen production. Placing sugar with fruits, natural honey, or gradually reducing its quantity in your diet is a powerful step toward self-care and longevity. I encourage you to start reading labels and avoid processed foods with hidden sugars. Your body and mind will thank you. Do you practice meditation? I certainly do. You don't need to sit in a lotus position for hours. Just closing my eyes for 5 minutes, focusing on my breath, and allowing thoughts to pass by is enough for me. Meditation reduces anxiety, regulates hormones, and sharpens concentration. Numerous studies, including work from Harvard Medical School, confirm that daily meditation activates brain regions responsible for memory, empathy, and emotional control. There's also evidence that regular practice lowers blood pressure and improves sleep quality, especially for people over luxure. Why not start with a simple guided meditation on YouTube, or just focus on your breath for a few minutes each day? What about connecting with nature? Walking barefoot on the grass, listening to birdsong, tending to plants, all of these fill me with energy and bring a host of physiological and emotional benefits. Science has proven that contact with nature reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, boosts mood, strengthens the immune system, and even regulates your circadian rhythms, promoting healthier sleep. A Japanese study on the practice of forest bathing, Shinrin-yoku, showed that just Arthur's minutes in a natural environment significantly reduces anxiety levels. Why not create a small garden, tend to a pot of herbs on your balcony, or take a walk in a park among the trees? Such simple moments can truly transform your day and bolster your health. Got a sore back? Often the cause is poor posture throughout the day, especially when sitting or using your phone. Harvard University research indicates that poor posture can compress nerves, cause muscle imbalances, and even affect your breathing. Strengthening your core and stretching your spine are simple but effective measures that help prevent chronic pain and injuries. A strong core better supports your lower back, and daily stretches alleviate tension in my back and shoulders. Remember those exercises soldiers used to do in the morning? They're just as relevant today. Planks, isometric crunches, and joint mobilization with broad movements. You can adapt them to your own pace and perform them safely and regularly at home. Your body will thank you. Gratitude also rejuvenates. Writing down 3 things I'm grateful for each day shifts my brain's focus, improves my mood, and lessens any feelings of depression. Neuroscience research shows that practicing gratitude activates the prefrontal cortex and increases the braces dat production of dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters linked to happiness and well-being. Over time, this strengthens neural connections, fosters positive thinking, and reduces stress. Remember those old diaries I used to keep so carefully? Reviving this habit can be a transformative experience and a simple way to deeply care for your mental health with warmth and mindfulness. And I cannot forget about gut health. A healthy gut regulates hormones, better absorbs nutrients, and even influences your mood thanks to the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin, most of which is synthesized right there in your gut. Scientists are already calling the gut the second brain due to its direct influence on the central nervous system. Studies show that a balanced gut microbiome is linked to a lower risk of inflammatory diseases, obesity, and even depression. I try to include fermented foods in my diet, such as natural yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kombucha, along with plenty of fiber from fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. This feeds beneficial gut bacteria and strengthens your entire body. Do you often feel a slump in energy and motivation? I know I used to. I found it helps to set small daily goals for myself. For example, decluttering a desk drawer or learning something new. This rekindles a sense of purpose. And purpose, my friends, is what truly drives a person at any age. Avoid sitting all day. Every hour, I try to get up, stretch, move my legs, walk around my home. A sedentary lifestyle is the new smoking, specialists say, as it's directly linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, type R diabetes, and even some types of cancer. Research by the American Cancer Society involving over lean individuals showed that adults who sit for more than 6 hours a day have a higher risk of premature death. Small active breaks, like climbing a few stairs or stretching your arms and legs, are enough to improve circulation, boost oxygen to the brain, and reduce muscle stiffness. Movement is a sign of life and health. And finally, take care of your mind. I actively try to avoid excessively negative news. I'm selective about what I consume with my eyes and ears, and I seek out content that inspires, educates, or brings a sense of well-being. Neuroscience research shows that constant exposure to stressful material activates the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for fear and anxiety, which disrupts emotional balance and impairs sleep quality. Your mind needs healthy nourishment just like your body does. Reading a good book, listening to relaxing music, or watching an inspiring documentary can do wonders for your mood and mental clarity. Care for your mental health with the same love you care for your physical body. They truly go hand in hand. You see how many simple habits can truly rejuvenate your body and mind after 60. This isn't magic. It's applied knowledge, thoroughly backed by science. Every small change, a walk in the sun, a morning stretch, a gratitude practice, or mindful eating, has a profound and cumulative impact on your well-being and longevity. And you can start right now. Why not try deep breathing and a glass of lemon water tomorrow morning, or begin a gratitude journal before bed tonight? Then tell me how you feel. If you want to keep learning how to live better and with more energy, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for my next videos. Your golden years should be the most vibrant and joyful time of your life, filled with energy, purpose, and renewed delight.